In the previous part, we got familiar with the basic concepts of Forex. Today, we are going to install the trading platform and learn how to work with it. Hi, I'm Tradeology, and I hope you're doing well. Before watching the tutorial, I'd like to ask you to like the video and support this 0 to 100 course. Thank you. Alright, let's get started. Today, I've decided to teach the remaining concepts in a practical way. Directly inside the platform we'll be trading on, so you can better understand the lessons. First, all of you dear viewers need to find a broker. Now, what is a broker? A broker is an intermediary that connects you to the financial markets and charges you a fee or commission for facilitating your trades. Imagine that according to your analysis, you want to use your dollars to buy some euros. Based on the amount of money you put into a trade, the broker deducts a commission at the beginning of the trade to provide you with access to the market. But don't worry, it's not a large amount. And later on, when we get into capital management topics, I'll teach you how to control these things as well. So now we understand what the role of a broker is. The next topic is choosing a broker, and I highly recommend searching carefully to find the most reliable one. There are several things you should definitely consider. First, how many years of experience the broker has and whether it holds the necessary licenses to operate. Good brokers have all of these licenses. Second, whether the site's support is good. When you send a message to support, do they respond in a timely manner? Does the broker have any history of problems or complaints? Please don't focus on the amount of trading fees at first. Be sure to first review the factors I just mentioned, because the number one rule in financial markets is capital preservation, and by choosing the right broker, that's exactly what we're doing. To be honest, the country you live in plays a big role in whether you can work with top-tier brokers or not. For example, someone living in the US has great opportunities to work with leading brokers. Compared to someone living in Iran, for instance, countries under sanctions are forced to work with weaker brokers, and people in those countries have to be much more cautious when choosing one. If you live in a non-sanctioned country, you have much better opportunities and an easier time selecting a broker. Once you've chosen your broker, register and verify your identity according to the site's rules. From within the broker's website, you'll need to find and download the MetaTrader platform. This is easy to do, but if you can't find it, message support and they'll guide you. MetaTrader is the platform provided by brokers so that we can execute our trades. There are many trading platforms, but I recommend you start with MetaTrader 4, especially if you're a beginner, because it's very user-friendly. Download and install MetaTrader 4. When you enter the MetaTrader environment, it will ask you to enter an account to be able to trade. You'll need to create your account through your broker, and they will give you an account number and password. You'll enter that info here. If you don't understand something, make sure to search it on Google. When I was new to trading, I figured out 90% of the topics by searching. For example, read about standard accounts or even ECN accounts in the broker's help section. It'll make things clearer for you. Or ask me in the comments and I'll answer you. So we can move on to more advanced trading topics quickly. Once you've entered your account info, you'll be inside MetaTrader. At first glance, it may look complicated, but I'll teach you the essential parts. Initially, you'll see a lot of lines on the screen that aren't particularly useful. Right-click and select Properties. Go to the Common tab and turn off those two options, then click OK. Now the extra lines are gone. There may be other lines on the chart. Those are indicators. We'll talk about their uses in future lessons. For now, we don't need them. To make the chart cleaner, right-click again, go to Indicator List, and delete all the indicators. Some of you may prefer the chart background to be white with red and green candles. Let's learn how to do that. Right-click again and go to Properties. From there, you can change the background color to white. Important: if you set the background to white, be sure to set the foreground to black so the numbers remain visible. Bar up is the color of bullish candles, and bar down is for bearish candles. You can set any color you like. I'll choose green for bullish candles and red for bearish ones. The next important options are ask line and stop levels, which show the spread and stop loss lines. I'll explain them later. Click OK to apply the changes. Now a very important point: save the changes you made. That way, if the settings reset in the future, you can restore them with one click. Right-click, go to Template, then click Save Template. Give your settings a name and save it. Later, if your settings are missing, just right-click, go to Template, click Load Template, and choose the one you saved. Next, the top toolbar is very important. Pay close attention, because each of these tools is essential for our work. Your toolbar might look different from mine, and might be missing some tools. But don't worry, just right-click on the toolbar and choose Customize. From the left side Tools, you can add any tool you want to the visible toolbar. The first tool is the cursor, and the second is Crosshair, which places a horizontal and vertical line on the chart. Its purpose is to help you determine the price at a specific time. Most importantly, it lets you measure how many pips the price has moved from one point to another. I explained pips in the first lesson. If you don't know what they are, please watch that lesson before continuing. Just left-click once and drag. You'll see 3 numbers. Let me explain them simply. The first number shows the number of candles from your starting point to the point you dragged to. The second number, very important, is the number of pips the price has moved. In this case, for euro to US dollar, the first digit is a pipette, and the next 2 are pips. It shows that the price moved 13 pips. Don't think it's 130 pips. Now look at this example. How many pips has the price moved? Please let me know in the comments. The next tools are Draw a Vertical Line and Draw a Horizontal Line, which allow you to draw vertical and horizontal lines on the chart. You can change the color of these lines. Just double-click on a line, right-click, go to Properties, and adjust both the color and thickness. The next tool is Trend Line, which is very important. I can say that every trader, including myself, uses it daily. Its use is to connect price highs or lows. When we learn how to analyze charts, we'll understand its full purpose. Another important tool is Rectangle, which is very useful for analysis. Select it, drag from one point to another, and it'll form a zone that we care about. Next are the timeframes, which are also crucial. M1 means the 1-minute time frame. Each candle forms in 1 minute. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, each candle takes 4 hours to form. A key point, visually, different time frames may look similar, but what's important is that starting your analysis from a higher time frame gives you a top-down view and helps you better understand the overall trend. Please watch the videos multiple times so you can learn these foundational parts very well and avoid problems later. Another important section is Market Watch, where you can select trading symbols. You can drag any pair you like onto the chart to display it. The last toolbar I'll explain today includes the first 3 options. Change the chart type: bar chart, candlestick chart, or line chart. Choose candlestick, because it's easier to analyze and very practical. The next options are for zooming in and out. The next button jumps the chart back to the current price if you've scrolled too far back. The final option shifts the chart a bit to the left so it's easier to read and analyze. Just click it and drag the marker to the left. In this video, we learned what a broker is and why we should work with them. We also learned what MetaTrader is and got a good understanding of the tools inside it. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. I would really appreciate it if you honestly liked the video and subscribe to my channel. I hope you succeed.